Hello and welcome to the DecisionWise Engaging People podcast. My name's Charles Rogel. I'll be moderating our session today. I work as a consultant here at DecisionWise. And today we're doing another one of our episodes called Meet the Consultant. Today I have with me Steve Mickelson.
Hi everybody, great to be with you today.
So Steve, as we start off and kind of understand more about your background and what you do here at DecisionWise, I wonder if you could go way back and talk about your college education, where you went to school, what you majored in, some of your fun learnings back in the day.
Yes, so I got a bachelor's degree in psychology from Brigham Young University. I actually started off studying biochemistry, but after a year and a half, just hated being in a lab, mixing chemicals. It was fascinating, and I respect everybody who does that. But I was really more passionate about learning about healthy, normal people and everyday interactions. And so I switched my course of study to psychology. I did get a minor in economics. I have to throw that out there so people don't feel like I'm analyzing them, I guess we could say. But I did a little bit of stats research when I was studying with neuroscience. We looked into some things with Alzheimer's disease, and it was fascinating and interesting. But the classes that I took on leadership development and organizational behavior were really what I was most passionate about. And so
interesting. So seems like you have a passion for the psychology angle, but also an interest kind of in numbers analysis and things like that.
Yes, yeah, okay. Definitely.
So kind of a bridge between the two. Okay, so you came to DecisionWise through kind of a different route than most. Your first job or career wasn't really in our industry.
No, I took a fun little kind of adventure, and I went and worked in video production for 2 years. I had no experience or exposure to anything in that field before I jumped in and started working. I was more focused on financial management. I ran all of our finances. It was a really small company, actually not too far away from our headquarters here. I did a little bit of strategy work for us as well. We had a lot of stock media that we sold, and Guy helped us kind of think of a direction and strategy for where to sell our assets to get the biggest bang for our buck. I also did some fun things like ran teleprompter, recorded audio, ran teleprompter for Marie Osmond, if you remember that name at one point. got
very popular here locally.
Yeah, I got to interface with a few kind of, I guess you could say, minor league celebrities. They're more famous and well known than I am. But.
Yeah. And then you joined DecisionWise here in 2016. You've been here for about 3 years now.
Correct. Yeah, one of the professors that I worked with when I was at BYU during my undergraduate studies, she came and became a consultant here. And so she reached out to me when a position opened up here, and I jumped on it because it was an opportunity for me to jump back into that passion that I discovered when I was in school and kind of jump into a career field of choice. So, and I've been here ever since. I had a few different roles. I started off as an analyst, helping organizations run their surveys. Then I jumped into more of an advisory role where I partnered more with organizations, helped them think through how are we going to administer the survey, what are some of the best practices for administration and interpretation. Became a team lead a little while ago as well, and worked with more of our large enterprise level clients, and also assigned work to other team members here at DecisionWise. And just recently, my role transitioned to that of an engagement consultant.
Excellent. And so what have you liked about working here? What kind of experiences have you had that really helped you, learn and grow?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. And grow is actually what I would probably highlight. We talk about, those of you who are familiar with our engagement methodology and framework, growth is a very, very important for being engaged in your role. And I've found such fantastic career growth in my time here. The ability to work with such brilliant and experienced people on the consulting team and also throughout the rest of the organization has been huge. The networking, not only here internally with DecisionWise, but also some of the clients that we work with, has been huge for me as well. So growth opportunity, it's really, I feel like it's really set me up for success as a young professional for the rest of my life and my career. So
what kind of, client interactions have you valued or learned from, or maybe surprised you in some way as you've been looking at client data and interactions with them?
Yeah, it's fantastic to work for organizations, especially for more than 1 year, because when they come back and do their second large engagement survey or whatever project you're working on, you can really see the fruits of your labor and the work that you put in, and the fruits of their labors more so, I should say. I worked with an organization coming on 4 years now. We're conducting their fourth engagement survey right now, and after their first year, we made a simple recommendation to them that they start having regular one-on-ones, managers to their direct reports. After the first year, they really focused on that throughout the entire organization, came back the next year, and when we conducted the survey again, we saw huge improvements in employees feeling like they were getting feedback on their performance, being recognized by their supervisors for a job well done, stronger perceptions about their supervisors supporting their work-life balance. And so it's just awesome to see the impact of making such a simple recommendation as a one-on-one and how that translates into a lot of different areas in employees' lives.
Excellent. Any other client stories, interactions you want to share?
Yeah, one of my favorites. This is very, very simple, but I love it and I love telling it. We've been working with another organization also coming up on 4 years, but 1 year after conducting their survey, we were looking through open-ended comments that employees left on the survey, and we saw a surprising number of comments related to jeans. This was a professional environment. Everybody was expected to be in, business attire Monday through Friday. And we slipped a little slide into their executive presentation about all of the comments employees were leaving. Hey, let us wear jeans. And they did some other things internally, but eventually they let their employees wear jeans on Fridays, casual Fridays. And to come back the next year and see comments about employees appreciating.
Oh, really? It was
awesome.
A big deal, huh?
It's awesome. We can wear jeans. Yeah, it was a big deal. And so that one's just kind of another fun little, very simple, no cost process or thing to put in place for your employees, but it shows them that you appreciate them.
Yeah, it makes a big difference, shows you're listening, you care, kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's fun for me to play a small part in that, but to have some sort of a role in making stuff like that happen.
Right. Now, every consultant here at DecisionWise seems to have kind of a style or an approach in terms of working with clients, maybe a philosophy of sorts. And I was curious if you've kind of developed your own as you've been here, your own style, your approach. What would you describe that as?
Yes, and my approach really matches that of DecisionWise in a large part. But one of the big things and philosophies I would communicate, especially to our main points of contact, whoever the key stakeholder is for an engagement survey or a large feedback initiative on the client side, is just know that an A-class plan executed with C-class effort will lose every single time to a Class C plan executed with A-class effort. Effort beats the perfection of the plan every single time. So don't worry about having a perfect plan in place. It will probably take a while to get every leader in the organization on board with what you're doing. It takes some time, but just do the best you can, iterate, and come back next year with an adjusted approach.
That makes sense. Yeah. So keep it, in some cases, it means maybe keep it simple. Don't overthink it, but try to do something, show the effort. Employees will see it. It'll pay off.
Do the best with what you've got, and that's probably going to expand a little bit the next time you do it.
Excellent. Well, Stephen, thank you very much for the introduction today. Everyone, thanks for joining us, and we look forward to having you join us on a future podcast.
Thanks, everybody.